Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Chris, we've got an opportunity to watch one of the true superstars in the sport, Brett Myers. Always exciting to see him in action, and it seems like he consistently finds a way to impact the game.
Yeah, Boog, it's offensively at the plate, defensively when he's on the bases. And this guy's just a heads-up player, but he's got so much talent, and he makes the most of that. I believe it starts with his preparation because you never see him give away an at-bat.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set and pitching here today, number 39. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Kicks and fires. Here's a high chopper. Throws to first. 1 out in the top of the first. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. Singy, we're looking at a really young lineup here, so not much experience, but it also means they're going to bring a lot of energy to the table most days.
Well, we're in a golden age of young players. I mean, these players, they're getting up to the majors. They're dominating from a young age, bringing home plenty of hardware early in their careers. I mean, before they even get to free agency. So, you know, when you consider all of that, I love seeing the kind of energy that a team like this brings to the yard every day in and day out.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stands in now and watches strike 1. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-2 is the count.
Missed with a changeup, and a count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
And that one got a piece of him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch.
The left fielder,
Brett Myers, stepping in now for the Yankees. Check on the runner. Chisholm dives back in safely. First pitch doesn't find the zone. At the belt and fires. Right through there for a strike. Chisholm stands at first with 1 out. That one a little bit high, and a count 2-1. And there's a ball. Chris, with that distraction and the speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Ramirez. There's 1, and that's 2. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. And now the Guardians will see what their bats can do in a scoreless ball game. Back here with my pal Singy. Today's starting pitcher, Clark Schmidt. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every 4th or 5th day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season that can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know he's got good stuff, and he should be really good in this one today.
Next pitch is outside. Big swing and a miss.
No, he's really working that
One
inside
ball,
corner with
two
the
strikes.
cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel
Two
to
balls,
and to keep it
two
fair.
strikes.
Almost got him. Inside, backs him off again. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Batting second, the right
And
fielder.
now it's going to be Will Brennan.
Brennan.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. And a pitch. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2. Ball one there.
It's a good take.
In the air out towards right center. Bellinger sizing it up. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Here's the Guardians lineup now. Here's Jose Ramirez.
Ramirez hit his 200th career home run last season here in Cleveland, Boog. In fact, he hit home runs number 199 and 200 in the same game. The opponent in that one, the Boston Red Sox, just like today.
Right through there for a strike.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
Two outs. Stays alive. And the right-hander deals. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 outs. Base is empty. Inside, almost got him.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first-pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Batting fourth, the center fielder.
John Kenzie Noel digs in for the Guardians. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. On the ground to third. Finds its way through, base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Batting fifth, the first baseman.
Kyle Manzardo now at the plate.
Manzardo.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And it's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. That's out number 3.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And we're back. Here is Aaron Judge.
The right fielder.
This guy is an elite level hitter, especially considering contact, just the ability to hit for average. What you really like, though, stays in against those righties, and that's not so easy as a right-handed batter. 0-1. Foul ball there.
There's some players, for whatever reasons, they seem to just face a slew of right-handed pitchers, and their comfort level increased so much that they'd actually prefer to face that same side thrower in a tough situation. No, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well, and you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Bellinger up to hit. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. Popped up. Has this one sized up. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Batting 6, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's Paul Goldschmidt.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing him down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Right through there for a strike. And another ball. No score here in the second. Fouls one off. 2-2. Two down, nobody on. Up and in, and that's ball 3. Two outs. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Yankees. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the DH, David Fry.
The designated hitter, David
Schmidt back to work. Fry in his 3rd season, batting 6th in today's lineup. And he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2018. That's towards center. That one gets down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to. And you're never trying to do that as a hitter. But when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
Here's Brian Riccio. The shortstop takes the ball.
Counts 1-0.
Grounder might be 2. There's 1.
He's out.
On to first, double play.
Batting 8.
Nice soft hands on the backhand right there in the 6th hole. Starts the double play. It's not an easy throw, but he puts it on the money. Really good job to get that double play started.
Bo Naylor at the plate now. He swings and fouls one off. The 0-1. Swinging a foul straight back. The 0-2. And that skips in the dirt. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Over to Goldie. And that is the inning. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. New inning getting started. In now is the Yankees DH, Jason Dominguez. The line of the pitch. And a foul ball. And it's even up. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that's outside. And that's ball 4.
Take your base.
Leading off for the Yankees.
And next for New York, Austin Wells.
28, Austin Wells.
And there's the strike. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
Looks like he's still trying to find a consistent release point in that curveball. That one just sort of popped out of his hand. No real command and finish to it. It's going to be real important for him to finish that pitch, throw it down in the zone where he wants to, if it's going to be effective for him throughout this game.
The 1-1. That one fouled off. Here's a 1-2. Hit on the ground, might be 2. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Batting 9, the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
So up next, Anthony Volpe. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
In there at the knees. And it's 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Got him! And that is a big first out. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Oswaldo Cabrera. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Well, come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
Two on, 1 out. He goes down looking.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
So first and second with 2 outs. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. That one misses, and it's 1-0.
Ball 1, no strike.
Curveball over for a called strike. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Line drive, base hit. Coming home. The throw to third. And he's safe at third. And a run comes in to score.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
So 2 down, Brett Myers stepping in now for the Yankees. He hit into a double play his first time up. Here's a rocket to right field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that's the third out. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. Set for the bottom of the third. So in now for Cleveland, Gabriel Arias.
The second baseman, Gabriel Arias.
The pitch. Fought off foul. The wind and the pitch. And a swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
And the righty deals. And he hits a ground ball right side. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Now batting, left fielder.
So the lineup flips over. And now Stephen Kwan struck out looking his first time. That one's in there. That's strike one. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the out.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Now it's the right fielder, Will Brennan. On the ground. And that one handled over to first. And that is that. Guardians fail to score. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here in Cleveland, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Aaron Judge. The wind to kick the pitch. Fastball for a strike.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up one run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
And that's off the inside edge. 2-1.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. He swung over top of the curveball. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Got him looking. 2 out.
Well, he froze him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Goldie in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
That big curve inside's a pitch that can buckle you a little bit. Looks like a fastball out of the hand and then just drops over that inside part of the plate.
Noel makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Here in Cleveland, bottom 4. Now it's Jose Ramirez.
The third baseman.
Pitch.
Ramirez.
Right through there for a strike.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
And there's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, John Kenzie Noel. That's in there, and that's strike 1. Swung on, belted. That's back. Get out of town. That's worth the price of admission. His second of the year, and they jump ahead in the fourth. It's 2-1. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Manzardo stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame.
Ball.
We're here in the bottom of the fourth.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hit on the ground to the right side. And that one finds its way through. Now it's the DH, David Fry. Right through there for a strike.
These Guardians showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Out front, rip foul. The 1-2. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Over to Goldie. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder.
Well, that actually works out for the hitter. If it's not a broken bat, it's hit hard enough for a double play. But with the slower roller, defense does a nice job at least getting one out of it.
And now the shortstop, Ryan Rocchio. Just off the outside edge. 1-0.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game.
Manzardo, the runner at second with 1 away. And he grounds one to the right side. Chisholm throws to first in time.
The batter, the catcher,
Bo Naylor, the next to hit. Grounded out his first time up. On the ground, right side. Goldie takes it to the bag. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Cleveland with a pair on this blast. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back now at Progressive Field. All set for the start of the inning. And now the DH, Jason Dominguez. And he deals. 0-1.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That breaking ball is in for a strike, and quickly it is 0-2. The pitch. Hit hard, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. He's 0 for 1. And that one fouled off. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
No, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swing and a miss.
0-1. Ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. Runners stay where they are. That's ball one. Righty to the plate. High fly ball out to center field. And there's one away.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at bat.
So the batting order turns over. And up next for New York, Oswaldo Cabrera. Ripped to third and caught to first, but he's back in time. Nice hustle to avoid the double play there.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
So first and second with 2 outs. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
0-1's the count.
Tying run in scoring position. And we're at the top of the 5th. And now it's even up. Wouldn't chase that time.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Kwan moving under this one. He's got it. And that's the 3rd out. Yanks strand a pair. They're down 2-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Gabriel Arias. Out there to center. Bellinger drifts towards it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Up next for Cleveland, the left fielder.
So digging in, Stephen Kwan. You and I got a chance to broadcast the 2019 All-Star Game, and the city of Cleveland did such a great job. I felt like wherever you turned, there was some type of ad for the All-Star Game, a face of one of the players playing in the game. I thought the city overall supported the event really well. Next offering is fouled back. 1 out, bases empty.
Yeah, and I think the players backed it up from the home run derby and the show that was put on between Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Pete Alonso, and others. It was off the charts. And then the game is always special. When you see the best in baseball, you remember how special this game is. And to be here at this ballpark, I think just was the icing on the cake.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Foul ball. And a pitch. Now one missed. Next offering is in for a strike. Hit in the air, center field. Bellinger drifts towards it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. New pitcher on now, Paul Sewald.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Well, 1-run game. Now the left fielder, Brett Myers. The pitch. Fastball for a strike.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And fouled off. And the 0-2.
That's a ball.
Just misses there. Movement in the pen for the Guardians. Sam Hentges, the left-hander, up and throwing. And another ball. And that's in the dirt. And the pitch. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
And Judge spoils that one. With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And that one missing low.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And here it comes. And a count 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Righty delivers. And another ball. Goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate. Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Bellinger up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at one down low. Base knock center field. And now maybe extra bases. Heading for the plate. He'll score, and the Yankees even it up. It's 2-2.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. That just misses. Ball 1.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Close one doesn't get the call. Ball 2.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Next pitch is downstairs. Jason Dominguez on deck for the Yankees. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
One down. In now is the Yankees DH, Jason Dominguez. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
That misses the zone, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics.
Oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there, on its way, gone. He powers that one out of here. It's 5-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not.
The Guardians going with a new pitcher, Sam Hentges. This is his 5th appearance of the year. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Austin Wells. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1.
4 runs already in the frame here in the second game of the series. And fires in a fastball at 95.
No need to offer at that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
One down, base is empty. Sets him down on strikes. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
And now, Anthony Volpe. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Kwan makes the play, and it's out number 3. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now 5-2. And we're back. Well, we go bottom 6. Stepping up for the Guardians, Jose Ramirez. Schmidt back to work. Rip to third. Throws across the diamond. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, center fielder, G15.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Jhonkensy Noel. He's already homered here in this one. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at bat.
And ball 1. The 1-2. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. Right-hander kicks, deals. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
The batter, the first baseman, Kyle.
Now at the plate, Kyle Mansardo. 1 for 2. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
The Yankees leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Fights it off. He'll see another. Here comes a pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Struck him out looking. David Fry getting ready to hit.
Designated hitter, David Fry.
Just missed. The 1-1. Swing and a miss.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Noel off of first with 2 away. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Line drive. And that is that. Guardians leave 1. And the deficit remains 5-2. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jacob Junis.
Now pitching.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the
baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera.
the Yankees. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers.
0-1.
Just missed.
You know, these Yankees doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The numbers say they've only chased at pitches outside the zone a little more than 10% of the time, which is excellent.
That catches the zone for a strike, and it's 1-2.
So those numbers I just mentioned tell me they've been really smart at the plate. They're feasting on the healthy stuff and avoiding the junk. Kind of sounds like your diet, Boo.
And down on strikes he goes, and one away.
That's just a nasty pitch right there, and I'm not surprised at all that he got the strikeout looking. You know, at the plate, looks like it's a fastball off the corner the entire way until just that very last second when that cutting action takes over and brings it back to clip the outside corner. You just got to tip your cap sometimes, but overall, that's just a nasty pitch.
Next offering is down low. Base is empty, one away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering in there for a strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And down on strikes. 2 down.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. And he grabs it foul. Kicks and deals. Ripped on the ground to second. Fires over to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Yanks held in check. They're still out in front 5-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Marcus Stroman. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Ryan Rocchio digs in now. The Guardians in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
And there's a strike. Stroman, an all-star a season ago. He features a sinker, a cutter, a slider, a slurve, and occasionally works in a splitter. Myers makes the grab. And a quick out number 1.
Up next for Cleveland,
Bo Naylor will hit next.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That one catches the zone. It's 0-1. And there's a ball. Yankees up by 3. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Going to count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Caught him looking for the K.
The batter, number 13.
Gabriel Arias, the next to hit.
Gabriel Arias.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Lifted in the air, right field. Judge makes the catch, inning over. Ready to begin the 8th. And now the right fielder, Aaron Judge. And a pitch. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Tim Herron, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Stephan also throwing. Good eye in that spot. And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one misses. And now 3 balls and a strike. Right through there for a strike.
3-2.
And a pitch. A little bit low, and Judge takes the walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Here's Cody Bellinger, 1 for 3. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Junis in his 8th season, 31 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Fouls one off out of play back to our left. Runner at first with no outs here. And takes low for ball 1. Wouldn't chase that time. And it's filled up. And he walked him.
Now a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
Can't find it here. That's 6 straight balls. And for a strike. Now 2-1.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
And now 2-2. Judge, the lead runner, out at second. Bellinger at first with no outs. Bounce to the left side. And there's a hit. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Now up is the Yankees DH, Jason Dominguez. He's been a difference maker in this one with what he did back in the 6th.
No doubt, Boog, a huge 3-run homer, and it's one of the key moments in this game.
And he can't come up with it. In to score from third. And they're up by 4. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
Bases loaded, nobody out. And next for New York, Austin Wells. On the corner for a strike, 0-1. Good eye right there.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Bases loaded, nobody out, and a run across, and we're in the top of the 8th. That's outside. 2-2. And that's down and away.
That's a really good take.
Three and two. Payoff pitch. Line drive, base hit. One runs in. Runner around third on his way to the plate. The run scores from second, and it's now a 6-run lead.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to
Trevor Stephan on the pitch out of the pen here.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
The shortstop takes the ball.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Got it by him for the K.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. First pitch misses. Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases. And it gets by him. Here comes Wells around third. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and it's now 10-2.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
Now the number 2 hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. That's down and in. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Right-handed reliever. That one missing inside. Pitch is in there. And now 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
He goes down looking.
Oh, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats and quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strikes in the series, so no doubt frustration mounting and very high right now.
Now a chance for Brett Myers. Arias tosses to first, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. So 5 runs in the inning as they bat around. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Yankees 10 and the Guardians 2. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan.
The left fielder,
Stroman back to work. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. On the ground to first. Goldie steps on the bag. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
the right fielder, Will.
Next to hit, Will Brennan. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one down the line. Oh, and it hits the base. And that's a fair ball.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Ramirez stands in here, takes ball 1 low. And misses inside.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Brennan leads off first with 1 away. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. The pitch. Just misses with that one.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
At the belt and fires. Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. Throw into third.
Everything came together for him. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Runners at the corners, 1 away. Here in the second game of the series. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Got him. And there are 2 outs. Didn't agree with the call at the plate right there.
Now, Boog, in a game like this, that's just too close to take. It's a blowout game. Guys have been out here for a while. Umpires saying, hey, let's go. Cut it loose. Swing the bat.
And up next for Cleveland, Kyle Manzardo. And a ground ball to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Guardians strand a couple, and the deficit stays at 8. It's 10-2. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Aaron Judge. And he deals. Fastball for a strike. The pitch. That
ball
misses, and that's ball 1. And Judge spoils that one. And the righty deals. And another ball. That one misses. 3-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. Three-two on the way. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Bellinger in the box now. No balls. And a strike. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Outside low. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Left-hand batter waits.
2-2
And now the count is even.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
And he grounds one back up the middle into the outfield. Base hit. The throw in. Not in time. And we've got runners at first and third to open the inning.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Goldie stands in now and watches strike 1. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here at the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
2 strikes.
Righty to the plate. That one hit to right. Brennan settles underneath it. Nabs it. Runner tags for home. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play.
Well, we assume it, but not all double plays are 6-4 threes or something like that. Right there, it's just sort of a combination of good defense and poor base running, and probably more of the latter. That's a big turn of events in this inning, though.
Swing and a foul straight back. There's the strike at the knees. Bellinger off of first with 2 away. Stephan checks the runner. Bellinger back in standing. And that one is inside ball one.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Swing at a ball lifted to center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. One left for the Yankees. And the lead stays at 8. It's 10-2. So bottom of the 9. Now it's the DH, David Fry.
The designated hitter, Jenkins.
The right-hander back to work. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Up the middle. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And the leadoff man aboard. Oh, the throw is wild. So in now for Cleveland, Ryan Rocchio. In there for strike one.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
And a pitch. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul. The Guardians with a lot of ground to make up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Lined, and that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Now batting, catcher.
And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Bounced up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. Around third. He will score. It's 10-3.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it. Just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Here's the second baseman, Gabriel Arias. That one's in there. That's strike one.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to finish off this hitter.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. Relay throw to third. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play.
Well, the defense definitely on the clock with that one. Everything had to be perfect to get the runner at third. And you talk about a throw on the money, the relay to third, just a good job all the way around.
Last out for the Guardians in this one. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. That's in there. That's strike one.
0-1's the count.
One run across in the frame so far here in the last half of inning number 9. One strike away. And that's downstairs and outside. On the ground to third. Sneaks through. Base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
I'm sure that feels pretty good after going hitless in this one so far. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And a foul ball. Left-hand hitter waits. They're down to their final strike. Naylor on second. Kwan at first. 2 out of the inning. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Right through there. Got him. Ball game.
Well, I'm not sure if he expected to get 9 outs in this one, but he had the gas in the tank to get it done. Kind of a throwback save for this guy today, but helps the team get the win. As you can see, they're pretty happy about it, and they're celebrating his performance in this one.
Final score here today, 10-3 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Our